Hey there everybody, Redx Parasite here, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. In the last episode, we took on some super bosses, including the remaining absent silhouettes and the main man himself, Sephiroth, who officially wrapped up that whole plot thread. And so, in this episode, I think it is finally time for us to complete the Cavern of Remembrance. The entrance is here at the postern. I'm going to just double check what I have equipped before we go in. So that all looks decent. Everyone's fully decked out. Let's see, I think MP Rage will be a good thing to have. Okay. I think we'll leave some of the other stuff off for now. We will be coming into quite a bit more AP here shortly. Let's see. Probably don't want ethers on a shortcut. I think I'll do Firaga. There, and I think that will do it. Or it would if there weren't one treasure chest that I think we still need to pick up. And yes, that is correct. Okay, so I actually missed a treasure chest that I could have gotten some time ago. So we're gonna grab that before heading down. So I actually never visited this area down here, which is the Heartless Manufactory. There's a chest down here. It has a cosmic chain, which is a pretty good armor piece. I'm pretty sure you can get this as soon as the door opens up. So at some point down the line, actually, it's not. Okay, I guess I have another accessory slot and I didn't even notice it. Well, for now, we can put that on. So I think we'll probably replace one of the Aegis chains. Basically just a better Aegis chain. That's what it is. And then there's also a piece here as well. Now that we've gotten our little errand out of the way, we can get back to what I promised we'd be doing. Okay, Cavern of Remembrance time. So, I love the aesthetics of this area, and I'll be pointing that out more later on. So this orb here, you can attack it to get drive orbs. This is kind of signaling to you that you need drive form abilities to get through here. But since we upgraded all of them, you can see we can obviously just do it without needing the drive form. This is our first major room of the Cavern of Remembrance. It's very purple. This will actually be a really good demonstration of why I would recommend saving this area for later. Because, well, for one, there will be enemies, and we'll be running into those momentarily. Which, you can fight at lower levels. I wouldn't really recommend it. But the other reason is you can see, you know, how difficult navigating some of the space is. So having abilities like high jump, double jump, the glide, and just being able to use those whenever you want is pretty important. So I'm gonna go and try to collect all the things around here. Some of them are pretty well hidden. So let's go over and fly over to this chest. I'm gonna get the stuff on the ground level a bit later, just because that's where the enemies spawn. Let's see. I think we cannot get this chest right now. You can kind of see a chest in there if you look. I'll go back so you can kind of see it from a better perspective. So there you go. Nothing we can do about this for the time being. So I grabbed both of the puzzle pieces, and then the remaining chests are going to be on the ground. So spawn in some of the enemies. So a lot of these enemies you'll notice are palette swaps of enemies that we've faced before that are higher level, of course. So this is intended to be like a post-game area. I wouldn't really recommend coming in here before you're level 50. That's generally what you finish the game at. My experience, as long as you don't skip too much stuff. But of course, I'm like level 60. You can still see like things are probably going to do a decent amount of damage to me even still. Now all these Heartless are technically distinct from their other counterparts, so they will all be new entries in the journal. Okay, let's just grab these items before they disappear. I think there's going to be another fight. Yep, right here in the middle. I'm handling this very well right now. Now, could you stop being invincible? That would be great. Alright, hopefully that should be the last of them. There might be some more over here. Yeah. Well, the experience is always good experience, so definitely worth your time fighting them. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna check the journal here. Make sure that I've gotten everything that I need. So, puzzle piece wise, should have everything up to 14. Which we do. And for the treasures, we should have everything up through 28, but I think 28 is the one that we can't get. But I think we're good to move on. So I have to see what I got. Ah, synthesis items. I probably could have guessed. Game's also telling me about a mission. Investigate the depths of the cavern. I'm working on that. Oh, okay. I'm gonna hold off on putting the puzzle pieces into place until we get to the end. Just for the sake of flow and having more information to work off of as to where to put them. We'll move on to the next area. Mineshaft. It kind of looks the same as the previous area, at least at the start. The first map, and another one of these orbs here that drops the drive orbs. They actually color code these based on which form or ability that you would need for the given task. So the first one was red because it was looking for a high jump from Valor form, and this one is looking for the quick run from Wisdom form. I don't believe there's anything down here that's worth getting. I just wanted to show it off. That's what'll happen if you fail to make that. You just fall down there and you can climb back up. Okay. And once we're in here, this is a forced fight. So basically all these enemy types are ones that we've seen before, just stronger. So there's really not too much to add in terms of different behavior. They all function effectively the same. Including the cars, aka my favorite. But at least you can do reflect works on them. They're not invincible to that. Reflect is definitely a very nice ability to have here, because you're going to be facing a lot of like different groups of enemies, and you're going to be getting attacked a lot. As you can see, I'm demonstrating very well right now. Okay, so there's the door. That'll go forward. We don't want to go that way just yet. Yeah, this branching path. So this is the room.
It's over.
So we can break this. And now we can access this area a little bit more easily if we need to. So more synthesis items from the chests. Like, these are good synthesis items, don't get me wrong. Some very important stuff. So we have 3 valves here. We need to get them all open at the same time.
It's over.
So this is one aspect where you might have some trouble lower level. If you don't have like good finishers or you're not just doing enough damage. The valves do regenerate HP over time. And after which point, like, there's a certain threshold where they'll turn off again. But for opening that, we have activated some of the machinery in this area. So if we had tried to go the other way, this would have been blocking our path. So now we can, head back around this loop. And we are now in the mining area. We're looking for 6 chests here, as well as, I think, 2 puzzle pieces. Can I not make that? Well, you know what? Here. I'll ride this like I'm supposed to. This will be a really nice area to have glide in. It's a very tall vertical area, but also has a lot of horizontal ground to cover. So we did collect a puzzle piece right there. It was a bit hard to see. I just kind of flew up into it on the piston. I'm gonna take this room from the top down as far as collecting stuff goes, because it's easier to descend than it is to ascend. Okay, we got that. Don't think there's anything up on this ledge, so I think we're going to drop down to here. And just the piece here, I think. I am going to go into the journal to double check, just because there's a lot of stuff here and it's easy to miss stuff. So, mining area. We should have everything up through 18. The puzzle pieces. Oh, we actually have 19. Oh, that was from the Mineshaft. Okay. So I believe we are good on the pieces. And then chest-wise, this is where it gets more complicated. So these chests are numbered 29 through 34 in the mining area. So let's see. That's 8. So 30. So this will be 32. Which means 1, 30, 29, 33, 34. Okay. I do believe that is everything. I love the kind of blue, aqua, or turquoise tones of this this area. And of course, the music is great. Talked about the music a little bit before when we visited previously.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I'll just head back here to gain a little bit more height, and then we can fly over to the door. So this wraps us back around to the Mineshaft. If you look at a map of this area, it kind of winds around itself a lot. So it can be a bit confusing in that sense.
Take this.
But it's not really as complicated as it might look, as far as how many actual branching paths there are. Alright, I'm going to drop down here just to make sure, there's nothing down here that we need. So we need double jump for this one. So yellow ball, master form. It's actually a bit tricky. Yeah, you can see how basically you have to fall under, and then you use your second jump to get up. And I think I'm doing it a little bit too late. Obviously, going into the respective drive form will get you the better version, assuming you have it maxed up. But it is actually not required for any of these. You just need, I think level 3 will work in most cases. We'll get some of the pirate-based enemies in this particular fight, as well as more powerful versions of the Spellmasters, which not the most fun to deal with sometimes. So, you know, just reflect their attacks back at them and kill them really quickly. It's the best way to deal with pretty much everything in the game. Goofy was apparently off balance there. I think that's just one of his attacks, but just kind of funny seeing him do that in the cutscene. So this area is the engine chamber. There are 4 chests in here, and I think only 1 piece. I'll double check my notes on that in a minute, you know, once I'm not in the middle of fighting things. How did that miss? Was I targeting the wrong thing? But, you know, I'll finish it off with thunder. That'll be a good idea. And then it just didn't happen. Okay, cool. Got a strength increase. That is definitely helpful. Oh, Donald is being very nice. Okay, let's see. How many puzzle pieces are here? According to my notes, 0? I guess we'll find out. I just sworn there was like at least 1.
Back off.
This area can be a little bit tricky, just because the enemies spawn near these ledges here, and it's quite easy to fall off if you're not careful. Yep, yeah, there's definitely not a piece there. So here's our first treasure chest. There's going to be steam popping out of these vents here periodically. It is, the timing is consistent, so you can predict when it's going to happen. It's more of a nuisance than anything. And of course, you're also fighting on the conveyor belts, which is another thing to watch out for. Yep. I don't think it actually does any real damage to you, but it does kind of stun you and send you into recoil. Also, I'm sure, you know, you're as happy to see the, I think it's the Destroyer, like a better version of that enemy. I'm ecstatic. And I don't just say that because I'm being shocked. Whoops, that was not a well-timed fire. No, I'm handling this very well. And the enemies here definitely can combo you very effectively. Okay, I think, yep, you're gonna respawn. And more of them. Alright, let's try not to fall off. And be careful. Well, we're definitely not going to be done with the enemies anytime soon. Lots of enemy spawns in this area, as I'm sure you've probably noticed by now. I think you can trigger reflect off of the steam. It is like a source of damage. Oh my god, can you please not? I think the worst part about them is that like that one attack of theirs just takes so long. And then you get hit by it and you just have to wait for it to end. It's just a major drag. Okay, chest number 2. There's gonna be more enemies right about here. Yep. We fell down, but hey, as long as we get the enemies out of the way. That's what matters. I find it almost impossible to get like through all of the vents like in a single jump and glide without getting hit at least once. Oh, come on. And the worst part is like it's really hard to even like drift back into them and get an attack in, because if they're still attacking, like usually the best you'll do is just clank off their attack. This is just gonna turn into me complaining about destroyers the episode. Well, good news, it's almost over. After I collect the other 2 chests here, I will end the episode. I did not make that. You see what I mean? It's just impossible. Ugh, I need to actually hold the button for longer. Because you get more height out of your jump that way. Oh, please, please. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this. Come on. Like, seriously, like, this just gets annoying after a while. Like, because you have to do all this to get back to this point. That's a tight glide. And there should be one down here. No, I totally got this wrong. Wonderful. I'm learning the cycles. Okay, where was the thing? Was it just opposite this corner? It totally was. Okay, well, at least we're done with this room. Admittedly, not one of my favorite rooms in this area. So, thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. I've been Redix Parasite, signing out.